is a fresh experience. We are here today at GreenCycle of Indiana with Mike Keith and our facilities manager, Scott Lutocka. Now, why don't you tell us a little bit about GreenCycle and what you all do?
We're a organic recycling facility located in Whitestown, Indiana. We have 4 locations in Indiana. We take in yard waste, brush, food waste, and pallets, as you can see, and recycle them and turn them into a useful product again.
Now, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about GreenCycle's role with Piazza Produce?
With Piazza Produce, we take in your food recycling waste here, and we turn it into compost. And also, in a roundabout way, the pallets that we get actually come from Piazza too.
And what do you do with those?
We grind those up to a certain size, and we'll use that in our mulch product or as an amendment to the compost to help with odor control.
Great. So Keith, what is one of the benefits of composting?
Through composting, we've been able to keep 200,000 cubic feet of waste material that would have gone into landfills and converted it back into a usable product as compost for yards. And Piazza Produce has contributed several thousand tons of material to us.
Just in 2012 alone, Piazza Produce, we submitted about over 340 tons of organic waste to GreenCycle, and we're very appreciative of our partnership with GreenCycle that allows us to keep that material out of landfills.
All right, well, now we're going to take a tour of the facility, and Scott is going to break down the process of composting. So let's go.
Piazza Produce takes its organic waste and we collect it, and once or twice a week or as needed, we send a container to GreenCycle of Indiana where the material is emptied out into a bedding nest of brown organic matter such as wood chips, leaves, shredded mulch, so that it can be blended into the organic waste. That helps to do a couple of things. One, it helps to make sure that the material will compost correctly in the windrows, and it also is used for odor control and management. Once the material has been mixed on the ground, it is then taken by bucket load front end loaders to the windrows, which is a pile that's approximately 6 to 8 feet tall, about 14 feet wide at its base, and just an elongated row. And that organic matter is put into that row. And then several times a year they will use a machine called a windrow turner, and that machine will turn the piles and reshape the piles so that the composting process can continue to break down the organic matter into ultimately to a usable soil enriched medium. And the process takes up to 12 months.
So after 12 months of turning the windrows, what do they do with that material?
Well, after 12 months of being exposed to the elements, sunlight, rain, moisture, it all helps to break that organic matter down to its finer elements. By then, the product will then get bagged and sold for retail use. Landscapers also come and purchase it in truckloads or trailer loads, and this material can also be blended in with topsoil to enrich it and to make it a better product for gardening or other landscaping projects. So the most importantly is that it keeps it out of the landfill.
How has our partnership with GreenCycle of Indiana helped us reach our zero waste goals?
Well, Alex, that's a great question. A couple of years ago, just prior to our last food show, we were at an 85% waste to landfill diversion rate. And in order to achieve zero waste, which is 90% or greater, we knew that we were going to have to tackle the remaining organic waste in our waste stream. We reached out to the Indiana Recycling Coalition, who referred us to GreenCycle of Indiana, and through John Repenning's assistance, he guided us through the permitting process through the Indiana Department of Environmental Management so that we could properly dispose of our organic waste. Since that time, we've got a year and a half under our belts, and we have achieved zero waste. By the end of 2012, we were at a 94.8% waste to landfill rate. And since May of 2013, Piazza Produce is proudly zero waste to landfill, as the remaining 5% is now currently going to Covanta for waste to energy.
Well, thank you for having us here today. We appreciate the role that GreenCycle has taken in helping us reach our zero waste goals.
And we're happy to have Piazza Produce as a partner.
And we'd like it if you check out our other locations. We have a Noblesville location, Indianapolis, and a Danville location.
And remember GreenCycle's motto, we don't waste your waste.
Thanks for joining us again. It's been another great episode of A Fresh Experience.